All right. Focus, people. Let's stay focused. Okay, so got a little bit distracted. Had to make a quick reply video to some goofy dude. Anyways, what I really want to talk about is LeBron James and how key he is. Now, remember a couple years ago when they went to the championship, and the big talk was how LeBron James had very little scoring, how it was almost like he froze. It was almost like, who is this dude? It was like they threw some 6'6" dude off the street into the game, and he didn't know what to do. And I think they lost because of that or something. But I don't know what game it was, but I know it was in the championship game. And all of the announcers and everybody was like, "Yo, what is going on with LeBron James?" You know, and the only reason why I heard about it is because you could not have heard about it and been listening to any Yahoo Sports or anything. It was all over the place. It was the buzz because it was it was surreal and unreal. It was uncharacteristic for somebody to have that much talent, be at the pinnacle of their ability and at the pinnacle of the sport. You know what I mean? It's like you are as good as it gets, and the opportunity right now is as good as it gets. Like, this is what you battled all year for right now, and you're doing nothing. And they couldn't figure it out. And it just it just laid a foundation of skepticism, you know, within people who really start looking at the game within the game. And I wasn't even on it then because this is a couple years ago. I wasn't even making videos about, sports then. I should have been because, hey, your horn works. Because I could have told you guys back then that, the NBA and the NFL, all other sport, it's fixed. It's rigged. You know what I'm saying? Even hockey and soccer, rigged, especially soccer, rigged. But nonetheless, you know, but I was just thinking about that because in game one, I was in I was ordering some food in a restaurant, and they show sports at the bar, and I was waiting for my food, and that's all they kept showing was LeBron James and how he tried to dribble through like three people, got the ball snatched from him, uh, show him missing shots, bad pass to Irving. They showed about three or four clips. Now, I know if it was anybody else, there would have been a whole bunch more clips to show. It would have just been like, well, how did you get here? But they showed about three or four clips and they kept capitalizing on it. And I don't know what they said because it wasn't turned up. But it just made me go back to a couple years ago, when he was almost incoherent as far as being an apex player. Uncharacteristically imbalanced and just doing things that we just couldn't understand as a fan, as as somebody who's been watching it, and as somebody who is touted to be the best there is. It's like, what, are you gonna come alive? Like, what's wrong with you? So I'm saying that. I'm saying that to say this. You guys know that I think the game is, severely skewed, and that I think that the major players, I don't think that all players, I think the major players who can make something happen, I think that they know that the game is rigged, and they're in on it. Matt Ryan, you were in on it. Hightower, you were in on it. Okay. That's football, NFL. Curry last year. Green, come on now, you're in on it. And definitely LeBron James. These guys are thespians in the game, and I think Now that I'm, thinking about that report that I saw, and I guess I could go back and read through it, and look at the videos and stuff. But I think he was supposed to act like that. Listen, even bad headlines makes people read. They make you turn to whatever it is. You still get eyeballs, on whatever it is. Even terrible headlines. Matter of fact, terrible headlines more than good headlines. So and so does this good. Who cares? So and so got hit by a car. If it bleeds, it leads. It's just the way it is. That's the way sports are. That's the way news is. Heck, that's the way sports is too. But that's the way news is. But I think LeBron was supposed to do that. I don't know if they lost or not, but I think actually I think they did lose because he's got three, but he's been to the championship. How many times has he been either to the championship or playoff? 6 times or something like that. One of you nerd ballers can help me out with that. He's been to the championship a few times, more than three, and I just think he was supposed to do that. I think that what happened in game one, you know, I think that LeBron James is such an athlete that he can get around a lot of his mistakes. Now, you come up the middle, you know, you run up against somebody 7 foot, things can pretty much not go your way. You know what I'm saying? You got 5 other people trying to defend the ball. Things are gonna happen. You know what I mean? But but when no one is on you and you're incoherent, when you're doing things that are just unexplanatory, I think you're slowing down the game on purpose. I think you're slowing yourself down on purpose, which is really something because it fights against everything that you fought for. Hey, LeBron, we want you to go in here and lose a championship. Say what? Here's $100 million. Okay. Hey, Michael Jordan, we want you to lose a championship. Hell nah. Here's $100 million. Okay. But then he goes and wins a championship. Then his father dies. Hey, LeBron, we want you to go and lose a championship. Say what? Here's $100 million. Okay. Don't forget what happened to Michael Jordan. Say what? You guys know. You guys know that there's so much going on. You know that they approach these guys. You listen for you guys who don't know that these games are rigged and they're influenced by bookies and the underworld, you know, and all kind of influential people and money. You guys don't know that. You just been living under a rock. Go read about Broadway Joe, what he was doing in the NFL. Come on, you got come on, you got give me a break. Like give me a break. And listen, when Jordan's dad got killed, everyone thought it was because of Jordan's gambling. They didn't blame that on the two boys who did it. They were only triggermen. And if you read the report about those dudes, the one dude was like, "I feel like I was being played." Read about it. I'm trying to tell you that these games are fixed. I think I listen. When you're the best there is at what you do, Wolverine. When you're the best there is at what you do, and your strength, your poise, your genetic makeup, your mental stability is telling you to go forward and just get rid of everybody on the court. Look, can't none of y'all stop me. That's what Jordan said. He's talking to Barkley and all those guys. Can't none of y'all stop me. LeBron is the same way. Can't none of y'all stop me. None of you. None of y'all can stop my game. The whole game, none of y'all can stop me. And everybody knows this. You figure out a way to stop him. One way to stop him for real. Offer him money. Now, it isn't all the time that they take it. Or sometimes they take it and then, you know, do what they want. And then sometimes, it's not so much as the fact that they did what they wanted. They got into the game and their body just took over. It was the crowd, the hype, the the TV. It just hit them all at once. They do, swish, Jordan's 6 threes in a row. Swish. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's your boy Tone 202. NBA's fixed.